Audrey Cohen defined a constructive action as a significant act of service that empowers self and others, or in just everyday language, a significant act of service that improves the world. And I just want to give you some examples of those. In the Human Services Program, we have one purpose that deals with working with people in groups. And one example of that is a student who worked with young mothers who were semi-literate. In short, they could not read or could hardly read. So she ran a reading group with this group of young mothers, and they all went to the library, picked out a book, a children's book, and she taught them how to read it. And midway through, they brought in the children, and the mothers, for the first time, were able to sit down with the children and read a book together. That's one example of a constructive action. We also have in the Human Services Program a program that deals with community outreach. We call it Community Liaison, but it's about working with the community. Back in the 80s, when HIV was really rampant and was first being recognized, there was a lot of prejudice against Haitians. People thought the Haitians were bringing this in. And there was a lot of questions about Haitian immigration. And one of our students was a Haitian American student. So this is what she did for her constructive action. She brought together a doctor, a nurse, a lawyer, and a social worker, and she created a cable program in Creole reaching out to the Haitian community, helping them to deal with problems that were affecting that community at that time. And that's another example of a constructive action. That is to say that constructive action can go in many different directions, but they are all acts of significant service that improves the life of self and others.
Okay. Do you want to add something about constructive action in the document, or?
Well, the different schools, generally the constructive action then is a significant act of service. How the different programs document that is going to vary. So you will learn from your own specific program, Human Services, American Urban Studies, or Business, how you are going to document your constructive action. But you just want to keep in mind that throughout it is a significant act of service, whether or not in business or in Human Services or American Urban Studies, that improves the world.